Aries Hierophant. I am your tarot reader, and I'm so sorry that I missed you last month. Nonetheless, I hope you had a beautiful September. Thank you for all of your well wishes and that beautiful golden energy you were throwing my way. I received it, and thank you. Now, what I have done for the month of October for us, Aries, is I've pulled a few extra cards from some of my favorite decks, from my chakra deck and from my my ancestry deck, along with my Rider Waite deck as well. So first, let's start with the chakra deck, because I feel like this is an energy that we should focus on for the month of October, and let's focus on it for our reading as well. And the chakra card that was pulled for you is Inner Child. That color green and pink also represents your heart chakra. So this is the energy, and those are the two colors that you want to focus on for the month of October during any time we're meditating or when we're feeling alone. I do feel like, just looking at some of the cards that I pulled for you, is that we are wanting to spend time with perhaps some our children or childlike energy. Or even some relationships from our childhood. This energy here is also one of resonating with our inner child, and this also encourages us to grab that inner child and give her or him a big old hug, because there may be some things that you're trying to deal with from your childhood that you have brought into your adulthood that you're trying to deal with. So really focus on that heart chakra energy. As a matter of fact, during this reading, I'm going to do it with you as well. And I'm going to resonate that beautiful green and pink energy with you. Now, let's get on with your reading. And the center of your deck is that of the sun energy, yet another childlike energy there. And it's also that Leo energy, which is also very playful. So obviously there's some energy here that we want to connect to. This is a major arcana. This is also a prosperous energy as well. Those sunflowers in the back I'm really connected with right now. So I feel like there's some growth that's going to be happening. This is also a summertime sort of energy that I'm getting as well. So perhaps if, because it is a major arcana, this could be something that is going to take a little while, but come on, it's the sun energy that's going to be shining over for, a couple of months, or even until at least the next full moon is what I'm getting here as well. So there's definitely some energy there of prosperity. I'm hearing adoption. So I don't know if some of us are adopting, or we're wanting to adopt, or we're discussing adopting. But I do feel like some of us who do have children whom we haven't seen in a while, I feel like you've been thinking of them, and I feel like you want to connect. And I feel like they want to connect with you. And I almost feel like that perhaps you didn't think they wanted to connect with you, but they do, and they miss you. And it's almost like they want to start that olive branch. They want to start that connection. And I hear gathering. Perhaps there will be a gathering, even though we're in that energy of don't do it, right? We need our social distancing, but perhaps we can do it in a creative sort of way, okay? Now, the energy that we're going to go on to now is your moon energy. This is where we have conversations with spirit. This is where we manifest, right? And this is where emotions are. And I can see that we do have some emotions that we're dealing with. And obviously we saw that with the inner child energy, and then with that sun energy. And perhaps this is, and it's an emotional kind of, it feels like a disconnect. And the reason it's a disconnect is because we have these three cups that we're focusing on, which could be, I feel like it's the past, even though it's in front of you. But I feel like that's what the problem is that you have it in front of you, right? The past is almost like your present. You keep reliving that, not realizing these things that you do have in back of you that are ready to be filled with something new, with something inviting, something that's delightful, right? The next energy I get here is the Seven of Cups along with the Six of Cups. So we are obviously dealing with some emotional things here in spirit. And with that seven, again, with that Seven of Cups energy, I am getting that whatever it is that you keep reliving, whatever situations that you keep reliving with, and I do feel like it's like with, if it's not with children, then it's with someone who has like childlike energy, right? I feel like that whatever these things are that that you're reliving, you're adding like all these different aspects to it that weren't there, and you keep changing this story in your thought process, right? And some of them are fantastic, but some of them are just they're not true. You've made them into something else, right? And then this energy of, again, it's that nostalgic energy, but it's also one of past life reincarnation sort of energy. And because since it is in your moon energy, I do feel like that some of us, if there is a children, our children, our adoptive children, whatever, there is a soul connection there. They are in your life every lifetime. You're in their life every lifetime, no matter how they get there, through adoption or stepchildren or whatever the case. Know that they are meant to be who they are in your life, in every lifetime they show up. I think that's beautiful. Now, when we go into your, okay, so like I mentioned before, I had pulled some cards from the ancestral deck, and this energy is calling to me. And it is that of the Mother Earth. And you see she's pregnant with all things earthy, right? Not only is this earth energy, but it's also that is very similar to the Empress, right? And again, she's pregnant, and we have the Sun card with this beautiful child who's playing, right? And then we also have this energy of the inner child, another child there. And then that energy of the Six of Cups, that nostalgic childlike energy. So Spirit really is encouraging you to tune in to your family, or even tune into that inner child of yourself. And this Mother Earth, she is so protective and she's so nurturing, right? I feel like that you need to do this with yourself too, because I feel like, Aries, you may be blaming yourself for some things that maybe it's a disconnect from your own mother-like figure, if you're in that situation, or if you are that figure and you have a separation from your children. I feel like that you follow yourself, and I feel like this is Spirit giving you the okay to nurture yourself, to be kind to yourself. And those stories that you're putting in your head, that's making you feel like you don't deserve, right? That's not true. Dig a little deeper, remember a little bit more, and you'll remember it a different way. And then I have this arrow energy, and this arrow energy is protect yourself from negative energy. And this is also energy of peace, right? That olive branch we were talking about, right? It's that of, the past is the past. Let's move on to the future. So those are the two cards that I pulled for you from the deck of the ancestral deck. I'm sorry, I love this deck so much. It really is a big old hug, and I'm over here I'm hugging on your deck, Aries, is what I'm doing. All right, so now let's move on. We already talked about your moon energy. Now we're going to go on to your ego energy. This is where you are seen, right? And you have that of the Three of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Lover's energy. So I'm getting here is there's definitely, again, I'm seeing some sort of like celebration, like we're getting together. And with this King of Wands, that reminds me of you, Aries. It's that really cardinal, masculine energy of getting her done. And it's also very father-like figure sort of energy too, and wanting to like bring us together. That's what I'm hearing. Bring us together. Let's get together. Let's celebrate. Let's talk about old times. Let's celebrate where you are now. So I'm really seeing this come into your ego energy, and I love that for you, along with the Lover's card. And that's all about deciding to communicate, deciding to bring this relationship forward. It does feel very family oriented, but I also feel like some of you, it is a love relationship too that you would like to move forward, or perhaps you're even going to meet someone in an environment to where it's like a get together. I just keep hearing a get together. It's not like a party. It's a very small, intimate sort of ordeal. And somehow you're going to meet someone in that way, and whatever that looks like to you in this new world that we live in. Now, when I expand on your immediate present, I get that of the King of Swords, which flanks your Sun energy, and the Seven of Pentacles. And this is all about reevaluating, and that's what the Seven of Pentacles is about, is evaluating, your life, where you are. And I feel like you're really doing that right now, Aries. And I feel like that some of you are even, you're like thinking of like, what's my next move? So, to kind of step away from that family and relationship thing in regards to work, it's almost like, what is my next move? What is my next? And I see some of you like filling out an application, you're doing your resume, but I'm also feeling like you're making those connections too. It's like you're networking. It's whatever situation you've been in, you're ready to get out of it, and you're kind of ready to kind of move forward and move on. And when you do, Aries, we already know, because this is your major arcana, is going to be quite prosperous for you. And I think it's going to resonate more with you as far as what you would want to do, what you enjoy doing. I feel like that whatever you were doing in the past, you weren't really enjoying it. And whatever you're moving forward to now, you're going to be enjoying it, because I feel like you've had time to kind of evaluate what it is you like and what you don't like. All right, so let's expand your moon energy here. Yeah, you've been, yeah. So I expanded on that Five of Cups, and we have that of the the Six of Swords, and the Page of Pentacle there. So really, you've really been thinking. You've really been thinking about this relationship that you've had. I really do. I feel like it's whatever this childlike energy is, right? We've beat that with a horse. I mean, we beat that with a horse. We beat that with a stick. So you understand this. You've been having anxiety over it. You've been thinking about it, and you've been kind of reliving it, and you've been reliving the bad parts of it, right? And when I expand on that Six of Cups, we have that of the Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. This is also energy that's been coming up a lot. There's sort of this fairness, and there's this balance that the universe is just like requiring of us. So obviously a lot of us are really feeling this in our moon energy, and some of us are seeing it in our sun energy. In your case, Aries, there's some balancing that's happening with family, with friends, with work, that kind of needs to happen. It's been because it's been imbalanced, right? I feel like that it just hasn't been how you want it. Right? So either you've been working a whole bunch and you haven't been spending time with family, or you haven't been working at all. Like whatever the case, it hasn't been where you want it. But I'm feeling like that what's going to start happening in our everyday lives, because that's what this is. It's a celebration of, yep, everything's going great at home, at work, with the car, right? Once we start, once we're put back in that position, and I feel like we've been put in a position where we haven't been able to contribute. Right? And I feel like that once you get back into this position of where you're able to contribute, you're going to start feeling more like yourself. And Aries, you feel more like yourself when you're able to be independently fun, right? When you're able to feel like yourself, right? And you haven't been feeling like yourself, and that, that's that energy of just, nostalgia. And even if it was just 6 months ago or 8 months ago, that's still being nostalgic of how it used to be, because that was a long time ago. When I expand on that Seven of Cups, I have that of the Queen of Wands. She is my favorite queen, what has sassy behind. And then we have that of the Queen of Wands, and they are just like two peas in a pod. They have such great respect for one another. And I love that you have both of these energies side by side working for you in spirit. And then you have that of the Seven of Wands. And I really do feel like and because it is expansion on the Seven of Cups, I really feel like it's this, really it's the spiritual battle that you've been having with yourself, right? It's that fiery side and that emotional side that a lot of people don't see of you, Aries, right? Because they see this warrior all the time. They don't know that you're really this ooey gooey, gushy person in the center, and that you can be quite emotional, right? And it's like you battle with that all the time. Like, what do I show? Because I am a warrior, and you've been battling with these feelings of missing your kids, right? Missing your parents, right? There's something there to where you just kind of you miss that part of when you felt safe and stable, right? And whatever that meant to you, whatever that means to you during that time. When I expand on your ego energy, once I get myself together, I just can't get myself together. Oh, okay. This is interesting. I expanded on that Three of Cups, and I have that of the Nine of Wands and the the King of Pentacles. And this is also energy of the past, right? And it's kind of you looking at your past and like we said, reevaluating really all the things that you've been through. You're looking at, like, what did I do to get here is what I'm feeling, right? And where you are, you're in a much more stable place than where you were. And I think if you really look back at it, you'll see that and you'll feel that. And I think it's really important that there's something to celebrate. Where you were is not where you are now. And if you're not in a better place financially, you're in a better place emotionally. If you're not in a better place emotionally, you're in a better relationship. Like, there's something to where it's better than where you were, okay? Even if they're not all the things at the same time. So just take delight in that. Now, when I expanded on that Lover's card, I have that of the Page of Cups and the Empress. Again, I'm picking up on that childlike energy there. And because this is showing up in your immediate present, I do feel like that there is going to be a new child in the family. Or there is going to be a reconnection to that. In regards to work, I do feel like that once you start connecting, because we did some reevaluation of, like, what do I want to do? How do I want to make money? Once you do that, you're going to be like a fish out of water, just, not in a bad way, but in a way to where it's like, this is new, this is different. Oh, this is land? What is this, right? Because this Empress energy, although she represents, Venus and Libra and that very air like quality, it is a very earthy sort of energy as well. You see how she's settled, and you see all that wheat beneath her feet, which is more prosperity. I mean, you already have the sun energy there as well. So if some of you are, I really do feel adoption, stepchild, stepchildren, even if some of you are having some relatives move in with you, whether it's a niece, nephew, grandchildren, like I do feel like that's going to come into your space, okay? And it's going to be quite beautiful. It's like you're going to have this really young, like energetic energy kind of around the house that hadn't been around the house in a very long time. Yep. So now we're expanding on your immediate present, and I have that of the Knight of Wands and the Death energy here, and I expanded on that King of Swords, and you see how they're kind of facing off, right? That Death energy along with that fire energy. And again, I'm picking up on that part of you that's almost punishing, where you're punishing yourself, where you just don't feel good enough, or you don't feel strong enough, you don't feel like you're contributing enough. Like, that part of you is ding dong dead. It's gonna die. It's no more. There's a rebirth that's gonna happen. That's the most wonderful thing about this Death card energy, is that a new beginning is going to start. That's why you see that bright sunshine in the background, because there's life after death. And this is so needed because it has to be ding dong dead, something that you can't go back to. You can't come back from death. You can only move forward. And when I expand on this Seven of Pentacles, we're reevaluating where we've been and where we are. What do I like? What I don't like? How much money do I want to make? What can I live on, right? Like you're doing all that sort of stuff. And you know, Five of Pentacles typically is that energy of feeling abandoned and bankrupt and all that stuff. And I feel like that's kind of, you kind of hit your bottom, which is why you went through this evaluation process. And sometimes you have to hit bottom to really dig deep and say, what do I want to do to kind of restart and reignite that fire? And that's what happened with you. And good thing it did. Because what? Now we're getting these ideas. Now you know what you want, and now you know how to get it. So I feel like that, you know, and that Magician is all about communication. We already had the what do we have? We have the Lover's card. Again, that's Gemini energy, and you know that Gemini energy is all about communicating in the most fantastical way, right? And now we have the Magician, who is the messenger from God, right? And he comes down with a full toolbox. And now that you know what direction you want to go, you know what tools you need, and you know what communication, you know what networking you need to do to make that happen, right? You know what sites to go to apply for that job, to apply for that loan, to get that business started. You're just going to feel this whole, ignition. You're going to be ignited. Right? I'm just feeling like this popping, like it's all going to start just like coming to you. And then when I expand on that beautiful sun energy, I got that of the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. I'm sorry, Aries. All this doggone work that's going to be coming your way, all these blessings that are going to be coming your way, you're going to be doggone tired. But I feel like it's going to be that kind of tired that you do after a nice hike, after a good swim, right? It may be tiring, but you feel so energized after it, and you feel so satisfied after it, you know? I feel like that's the kind of tired you're going to be feeling, right? It's like a good massage. All right, my dear. So that is all I have for you. Now we're going to go on to your angel card and see what Spirit has for us here. Oh, let's do a little recap. Okay. So we know for the month of October, we want to focus on our heart chakra, right? The color is green and or pink. Really open up that heart chakra. It's going to help you with that inner child. It's going to help you with communication. It's going to help you with creativity. It's going to help you connect to loved ones whom you lost connection with. It's going to feel so seamless. So you want to focus on your heart chakra for October. We see some newness here. There's a way of thinking. The negative things that we're saying to ourselves, the blaming that we're doing to ourselves, Aries, that must be ding dong dead. You have to let that go so we can get that Ace of Pentacles, so we can get that Magician energy. Again, I see if we are adopting, I see that being very successful. And, you know, adoption comes in so many forms. It's not just one of child, it's one of niece, nephew, right? Of a loved one whom you are going to be taken care of. I see that being very beautiful energy that you're going to love and enjoy. And, okay. You were here for the reading. Angel card. And we have that of celebration. Celebrate. Right? We have that of celebration. And obviously there's some celebrating going on because you're starting a new something, right? Whether it's a new family member that you're bringing, or a new job, or just a new thought process, or you're rekindling a relationship that you thought was over. There's a reason to celebrate, Aries, and I love it for you. Listen, happy October. I absolutely adore you.